Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Top 10 Songs. Today, we're going to tackle an artist that I've loved for a long, long time. He has been at the forefront of the popular music scene, especially here in America, but pretty much worldwide since the very, very early 70s. And I think for me, his 70s repertoire is just simply outstanding with so many great songs. So I will say right now, for the record, this was one of the hardest shows that I've had to do as far as picking 10 songs out of a catalog that includes so much great material. I think what a lot of people probably experienced when they were maybe putting together their own top 10 songs for the Beatles or the Stones or what have you, I kind of got that with Elton John. Okay, so just so many great albums, so many killer songs, a lot of hits, a lot of great deep album cuts. My top 10... well, it's actually 11. I went with a tie for number 10 because it was just one song that kind of came up as I was going through the albums that I just could not leave off. So I have like a top 11, but I thought about doing a top 20. That would have just went to 30, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to keep it at 10. I have a lot of honorable mentions. Now, what I didn't do is I did not include anything past Blue Moves and the Tom Bell Session. So I basically kind of cut it off at the end of the 70s. While I do like a bunch of the Elton John albums that have come out, in the 80s, 90s, and more recently, for me, it's just not even close. And he's got so many albums, and we could have done like an hour show here. So what I've done is I've kind of cut things off at the end of the 70s. All right, for me, that's the cream of the crop. There are plenty of other good songs throughout his discography. So, some of you I'm sure are going to be like, oh, but how about this song from the 80s and how about this? There are some really good songs. But my favorite, again, these are my favorites, okay? These are not the 10 best-selling songs of all time, okay? These are not the biggest charting songs of all time. These are my top 10, or in this case, 11 favorites, and my favorites, honorable mentions, okay? This has nothing to do with sales and all that kind of stuff, all right, or which songs made the greatest hit sets and all that kind of stuff. These are my personal favorites, all right? I think I've got some really good ones on here, all right? So why don't we get started? Coming in at a tie for number 10. Again, I'm pulling a mulligan today, and I'm going to do a tie for 10 because one of them I just could not leave off. We've got Gray Seal from the amazing Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album. Coming in a tie at number 10 with from Captain Fantastic. All right, the unforgettable Someone Save, Someone Save, Someone Save My Life Tonight. Great song. Both of those great tunes. Love them both. Someone Save My Life Tonight, man, that's just such a heavy lyrically, knowing what he was going through and all that kind of stuff. And just, man, and Gray Seal is just this awesome piano work, uplifting song, addicting melodies. Man, it's just such a great, great tune. Coming in at number 9 from the self-titled Elton John album, his second release, Take Me to the Pilot. Just kind of a great, down, funky, bluesy rocker, right? Great hooks in that tune, great piano work. It's got some killer grooves. It's just a real good, funky, bluesy rock tune. Love it. One of my favorite songs from early in his catalog. Coming in at number 8, going back to the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album, which we're going to visit a few times here today. This song is for many probably really overplayed, but I just think it's a gorgeous song. Always have. It's just got an unforgettable melody to it. And it's probably one of the couple non-rockers on my list, but I've always just really loved it. Candle in the Wind. It's just such a great song. It is a fantastic pop song. One of the best ever. I love it. All right. Coming in at number 7. I'm going to stick on the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album. All the Young Girls Love Alice. All right. Probably a, kind of like the lyrical content of that song back in the day, kind of taboo. Now it's pretty common stuff. But a great, grinding, gritty rocker from from Elton and the band. The song is about Alice, a woman named Alice, right? But great, great tune. Love the guitar work on there. All right, just the killer song. Coming in number 6, we're going to stay on the same album. I know, it's a lot of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road here. It's a great album for a reason. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. One of Elton's got like a kind of handful, maybe a little bit more, of really great hard rock tunes, all right, that just have just crazy hooks. Davy Johnston's great guitar playing, and coupled with Elton's fantastic piano and great rhythms, and man, it's a great rock and roll tune, one of a classic 70s rock and roll song. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. All right, coming in at number 5 from the Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player album, a very, very fine album indeed. A lot of great songs on that. Have Mercy on the Criminal. Killer tune. Kind of proggy, a little bit, right? Great vocals. It's just a kind of cool, mysterious type of tune. I love it. Really, really fine song from a fine album. Coming in at number 4, Madman Across the Water. Okay, from the album of the same name. Although there are 2 versions out there. There's an earlier version, okay, which you can get, which is a bonus track on the reissue of the album that comes before that, Madman Across the Water, which has Mick Ronson from David Bowie's band, and Iggy and the Spiders from Mars, or Ziggy and the Spiders from Mars, I should say. It's got a great guitar solo from Mick Ronson on that early version of Madman Across the Water. Either way, whether you like it with the guitar or whether you like the more orchestral version that's on the Madman Across the Water album, it's a great, great song. All right, it's kind of like, again, it's got that kind of dark, mysterious kind of film score-ish sound going on in the background. All right, and great vocals from Elton. Great, great stuff. All right, my top 3. Love these songs. My top 3 are always going to be these 3. Coming in at number 3 from the Tumbleweed Connection. Lately, I've been thinking how much I miss my lady. I'm Marina in a cornfield. Love that song. I have loved Amarina since the first time I saw Dog Day Afternoon. Okay, that classic early 70s film with Al Pacino and John Cazale. And I remember for years, when I was a kid, I had no idea that was Elton John. All right? And I remember I would love watching the beginning of that film just to hear that song, because for me, that song, after seeing it open up that film, just spoke to me as a song about sunny days in New York City, or in the boroughs, right? As a New Yorker and growing up a New York City kid in Brooklyn, New York. That song I always affiliated that song with summertime in the city. All right, so Amarina from Tumbleweed Connection, love it. Number 2, we're going back to the Madman Across the Water album. It's got to be Tiny Dancer. Perfect song. That's just another wonderful pop song with amazing vocals from Elton. All right, it's a great tune. And coming in at number 1, we're going back to the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album. I'm sure some of you probably can guess what this might be. Funeral for a Friend / Love Lies Bleeding. Elton's kind of premier progressive rock, hard rock, epic masterpiece. Synths and amazing piano work and gritty guitar work and just complex arrangements. All right. It's just a fantastic epic track. Okay. In kind of 2 parts. You got the opening instrumental, which is just amazing, and then the gritty hard rocker that is the second part of the song, Love Lies Bleeding. It's catchy as all hell. It's just there. And I remember going to see Elton John back earlier this year, my first time seeing him, actually, believe it or not, and they played that song, and I was in heaven. I was like, great, that crossed something off my bucket list, right? Awesome stuff. So there's my top 10. Like I said, I've got a wealth of honorable mentions. All right. So again, if I don't mention your favorites, doesn't mean I don't like it. I just can't mention every single song from every single album. So I tried to pick the ones that really mean a lot to me. Let's go back to the first album, Empty Sky, the title track, brilliant. Western Ford Gateway, Sails almost made my top 10. That's a great hard rock tune from his first album. Valhalla. All right. Skyline Pigeon, the gorgeous Skyline Pigeon, and Gulliver / Hey Jude. Okay, little take on Hey Jude. From the self-titled Elton John album, how about Your Song? Beautiful. No Shoestrings on Louise. First Episode at Heinton. All right, some great tunes on that album. 60 Years On. How about Border Song? Holy Moses, I Have Been Removed. I love Border Song. That also sits just outside my top 10. The Cage, another great hard rocker from Ellen. That was in my original top 10. That also is maybe a number 12, 13, or 14. I absolutely love The Cage. Great song. The King Must Die, another great tune from that album. And how about the bonus track that's recorded around the same time? Bonus track on the reissue. Bad Side of the Moon. Great tune. Even better on the early live album. All right, let's go to Tumbleweed Connection. How about Ballad of a Well-Known Gun? Good old Country Comfort, huh? Country Comfort, a great song. Son of Your Father. My Father's Gun. Where to Know St. Peter. And how about Burn Down the Mission? Love Burn Down the Mission. Madmen Across the Water. How about Leave On? Gotta have Leave On this list, right? Razorface, another great tune. Indian Sunset. And how about All the Nasties? All right, from Honky Chateau. Get Back, Honky Cat. Honky Cat is great. Mellow is great. Susie is a killer tune. I love Susie. One of my favorite tunes on that album. Rocket Man, of course. Classic. Amy. Amy's a great tune with none other than Jean-Luc Ponty on violin, man. Love it. And Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. Another great tune, right? From Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Looks Like Daniel. They got to have Daniel on this list. Teacher, I Need You. Another great tune. Elderberry Wine. I love Elderberry Wine. That's another kind of top 20 tune for me. Love it. Blues for My Baby and Me. Midnight Creeper. Midnight Creeper is awesome. I'm Going to Be a Teenage Idol. Crocodile Rock. Classic. High Flying Bird. Classic. From Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Benny and the Jets, of course. It's silly, but it's great. The title track, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Love it. The song has no title. I've seen that movie too. I've seen that movie too. Okay. Another probably top 20 track. I just love Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Sweet Painted Lady. Sweet Painted Lady. Great stuff. Ballad of Danny Bailey and Dirty Little Girl. A lot of great tunes on that album. From Caribou. The Bitch Is Back. Another raging hard rocker from Elton and Company. That also may be a top 20 for me. Pinky is great. Grimsby is awesome. All right. You're So Static. Stinker. And then the heart-tugging Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. All right. That's a pretty special song. From Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. Really strong album. Not filled with hits, but just a really good rock album. All right. Kind of proggy, too. Tower of Babel. All right. Or Babel, however you like to say it. Bitter Fingers. Bitter Fingers is awesome. Tell Me When the Whistle Blows. Got to Get a Meal Ticket. That's a really good rocker. And, of course, the single released during that time period, Philadelphia Freedom. I've always loved Philadelphia Freedom. From Rock of the Westies, how about the medley? Yeah, I'll help. Great stuff. Island Girl is a great tune. I dig Island Girl quite a bit. That's just so catchy and kind of funky, and it's got those great kind of proggy synthesizers and stuff. How about Grow Some Funk of Your Own? Killer tune. I Feel Like a Bullet in the Gun of Robert Ford. That's a good tune. Street Kids is awesome. Hard Luck Story. Billy Bones and the White Bird. Don't Go Breaking My Heart, the single from that time period. I always dug that tune with Kiki D. Catchy tune. From Blue Moves, underrated album. How about Tonight? One Horse Town. Chameleon. All right. Crazy Water. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. I think that was the lone hit from that album. The incredible instrumental Out of the Blue. Man, all you progressive rock fans, check that out. That's quite good. If There's a God in Heaven, What's He Waiting For? It's a good tune. And Bite Your Lip, Get Up and Dance. That's kind of like a funky disco-y piece, but I dig it. And my last tune that's going to be on my list for honorable mentions, again, I'm kind of ignoring the 80s, 90s, and onward stuff. I dig a lot of that stuff, but we'd just be here forever doing this. Mama Can't Buy You Love. I know people are going to be like, oh, that's so terrible. Well, you know what? From the Tom Bell sessions, I kind of dig his version of that. It's kind of disco-y. It's fun. I like it. It's a good tune anyway. I think Elton does a good job with that. So let us go over my top 10 again. Coming in at number 1, Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding, of course, from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Number 2, Tiny Dancer from Madmen Across the Water. Number 3, Amarina from Tumbleweed Connection. Number 4, Madman Across the Water from the album of the same name. Number 5, Have Mercy on the Criminal from Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Number 6, Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Number 7, All the Young Girls Love Alice, also from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Candle in the Wind, also from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, well represented here. Number 9, Take Me to the Pilot from Elton John's self-titled, and coming in at a tie for number 10, Gray Seal from Yellow Brick Road, and Someone Saved My Life Tonight from Captain Fantastic. Okay, there you have my top 10, Elton John. This was a tough one to put together, but what I love about doing these top 10 song shows is it makes me go back and listen to all the albums again. So it's a great fun experience for me, just again familiarizing myself with maybe some albums and songs I haven't heard in a while. But the cream of the crop always rises for me, so this was a great excursion here. Maybe one day I'll do a top 10 songs Elton post 1980. Not quite as impactful for me. This is my favorite stuff, but still some plenty of good pop tunes from Elton in more recent years. So this is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Stay tuned this weekend for a boatload of classic live album war shows. We've got questions and answers coming up live tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So don't miss it. That will be the last live questions and answers show. So it's going to be about 30 to 40 minutes. So catch it live tomorrow morning. All right, and we'll see you guys then. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.